This week on iBN Midwest, we get a look at some of the top plays from the Buckeye State during the regional replay. Plus, Dallas Jackson, senior analyst from Rivals High, stops by to talk about what some of the other states in this region have to do to catch up with Ohio. We'll talk about it next here on iBN Midwest. Hey there, high school football fans. I'm your host, Sam Farber, and this is iBN Midwest. We'll be talking with Rivals High senior analyst Dallas Jackson in just a moment about one of the best teams from the state of Illinois. But before we get to that, let's take a look at some of the top plays from the region on the regional replay.
St. Mary's Prep versus St. Francis de Sales. SMP Spencer McGinnis goes right. Got some great blocks to start, but the story of the second half of this play, Stallions D plays two-hand touch while the Eaglets back is playing tackle. St. Mary's goes in and they win 42-21. Kenston at Chagrin Falls, undefeated Tigers in the OK State-style unis. Hooks fans would love plays like this. Handoff to reverse to a 38-yard bomb for the score. Chagrin Falls wins 48-28. Parma at number 57 Mentor. Ranked Cardinals look good. Nick Kovac opened the scoring with a 20-yard TD run. And then check out this play. The junior quarterback, Mitch Trubisky, looking for sophomore Brandon Fritz. Does he get his feet down? Oh, yeah, he did. That'd be good in the NFL as well. Mentor wins 59-0. Finally, number 47, Maine South up against New Trier. The upset-minded tailback Daniel Olanian hurdles a would-be tackler, and he'll outrun the rest, 73 yards for the score. But the day belonged to Maine South and QB Matt Alavidi. He accounted for 5 touchdowns, including this one to Tyler Fahey, 27 yards for the score. Hawks fly to a 40-24 win.
Some great highlights there from the Midwest. Now to talk about one team in particular, Maine South. We bring in Dallas Jackson, senior analyst from Rivals High. Dallas, this Maine South squad led by junior quarterback Matt Alvidi is starting to make a play to be the best team in the state after a few years being behind Wheaton Warrenville South and their now graduated quarterback Riley O'Toole. Talk about the comparison between those two teams and those two players.
Well, like you said, those two teams have been on that top line in Illinois the past couple seasons, and now without O'Toole, Wheaton Warrenville's kind of slid back and Maine South has stepped forward. We got to see Alvidi a little bit as a sophomore last season. He's made major strides into his junior year. You have to assume he's going to make those same strides into his senior year, and he could start putting up those numbers like O'Toole did. Right now, I'd still take O'Toole if I had to pick between the two, but I like what Maine South is doing, and they're definitely that #1 team in the state.
Illinois would too. Illinois now has O'Toole on their roster. Talking about the state as a whole, if you compare it to the powerhouse in the region, Ohio, the one marked difference is Ohio goes out of state and brings people into their state that are powerhouse programs from Florida, really all over the country, and the rest of the states don't. Why is that?
Well, you know, in the case of Illinois, they just repealed a travel restriction a couple years ago, and so they're starting to get into this out-of-state football game. Other teams in other states in that region, like Indiana, has a ridiculous travel rule where they can't do more than 300 miles door-to-door. They can't bring in teams from more than 300 miles either. So it's a very weird thing. I think that rule is getting fought right now hard by coaches. Hopefully that's overturned, and we start seeing some Indiana, Illinois, Michigan teams going out of state and bringing teams in to keep up and keep pace with Ohio.
Might allow them to eventually be the #1 team in the nation one day as well. Dallas, thank you so much for the time. We look forward to talking to you again next show. That's going to wrap things up here on iBN Midwest, but we do invite you to keep on clicking around. The top 10 plays in the nation are available now right here on Rivals High TV. With that, we'll bid you adieu. I'm Sam Farber. Thanks for watching iBN Midwest.